That's it. Oi! You! My mate really fancies you, she does.
Thank you.
She really fancies you. She thinks you're the best looking bloke in here.
Really?
Yeah. She wants to snog your face off. Not really, you sad fat bastard!
Look,
Now look what you made her do!
Right, that settles it. It's going to be a long weekend coming up. It's going to be hot and sunny. It's going to be packed to the rafters with beautiful young things. No place for a man like me. There's only one thing for it. I must do what any social outcast must do on a bank holiday weekend. I will go to the convenience store. I will buy shitloads of snacks and cola drinks. I will then go to my flat, open the door, close the door again, close the blinds, order takeaway food by the cartload, and engage in the sort of depraved activity so far removed from society that if people knew, I would be instantly shunned, for I shall have Doctor Reviewing Binge. But what to watch? Some decisions are easier than others. For Hartnell, no contest. It's got to be Dalek Invasion of Earth. Similarly for Troughton, only one story springs to mind, Web of Fear.
What about the invasion though? Cybermen, iconic shots of London.
Good point, but I don't know, I've just always had this soft spot for Web of Fear. Probably the Yeti brings out my softer side. Now moving on to Pertwee. I've been a huge fan of Pertwee. I'm thinking maybe something like Inferno or possibly The Daemons. I'll see what my fancy takes me. Now, Baker, brackets Tom. Again, such a plethora of stories. The obvious one would be Genesis of the Daleks, but I'm sliding partially towards City of Death. Davison is simple, Caves of Androzani every time. Now it starts to get difficult. Baker, brackets Colin. Well, difficult, but I have to say I do have a bit of a soft spot for Revelation of the Daleks. McCoy, I really enjoyed the McCoy era at all. Which one should I pick?
Don't be a damn fool all your life, boy. It has to be the Curse of Fenric. Think about it.
Thank you so much. Curse of Fenric it is.
Glad to have pointed you in the right direction.
Again, not much of a choice. Has to be the 1996 TV movie. Eccleston, not much choice there either, only the one series. Probably The Unquiet Dead, or maybe for a more left field view, The Long Game. Tennant, well, so many good stories. I'm a sucker for Blink, but I've seen it so many times now. Maybe The Stolen Earth, or even Midnight.
What about Human Nature or Family of Blood?
Good idea, but can I indulge in two-parters from the modern era?
Come on, it's your weekend, Gus. I mean, surely you can do anything you want to do.
Ah, excellent point and well made. Right then, so perhaps it will be Human Nature and Family of Blood for Tennant. Smith, well, for me, no contest. Much as I love the Doctor and Vincent, I have to go for A Good Man Goes to War. Very well written. I might even treat myself to Day of the Doctor as well, as it sort of covers all the Doctors, even the War Doctor. And Capaldi? Well, if we're allowed two-parters then, Beneath the Lake and Before the Flood. As for the lovely Jodie, must be Rosa. There, my long weekend is settled. Yes! Yes!
What the fuck? Twat. Wanker.
It's not you, it's me. It's just you're too nice. Do you understand?
I'm just not sure I want a relationship right now. Do you understand?
I just know that sooner or later I'd end up hurting you, so I feel I need to stop the relationship now. You do understand, don't you?
I've got some really good news for you. I've met a really great guy called Robert. He's just like you, only he's handsome. I think you'll really like him.
Like him? Why the hell would I like the bastard? Everything I want, he's got it.
Mr. Baxter, Mary Drysdale, the Home Office. Can I have a word?
I suppose so. How can I help?
I represent Her Majesty's government. I work in the Home Office and we are very interested in you, Mr. Baxter. We realise your uniqueness now and how much in demand you are going to be. And we feel you have an awful lot you can offer this country and, of course, also the world.
Being the only man left in the world.
Of course, Mr. Baxter. There are certain things you and only you alone can now do.
Tell me about it.
You and you alone hold the key to the survival of our species, Mr. Baxter. This makes you a very precious commodity indeed.
Commodity? I'm not something you can buy and sell, you know.
Really?
Oh.
Mr. Baxter, so glad you could join us.
Well, always keen to help.
Oh, indeed, Mr. Baxter. We're aware of that. You have a blemish-free record, it seems. You've never even said boo to a goose. So rare in a person these days. Now, Gus. Can I call you Gus?
Sure. Go mad.
Now, Gus, since the event, it is obvious that you are a unique character and somewhat vital to the entire...
So the survival of our species, yes, she said that.
Clearly, you are needed for the future of humanity, but equally true, you could repopulate the entire planet with just one ejaculation. And that's not what's required at present.
Isn't it?
No. The British government realise that they have a rare commodity with you, Gus. Something that could do the United Kingdom a great deal of good.
And the rest of the world, surely.
Let's not be premature here. We can't just have you as a loose cannon impregnating every little slut that gives you a sympathy shag, I believe they're called, for someone like you. No. We have to be, what's the word?
Picky.
Selective, like a thoroughbred stud.
But surely it's imperative that I help to repopulate the planet, help the human race to regrow and...
Donate? Are you serious? Don't just give stuff like this away. The whole world is crying out for your sperm. Mr. Baxter, we look to the highest bidder.
Excuse me, but unless I'm very much mistaken, this is my sperm we're talking about. You know, and I can do with it what I damn well like.
You are very much mistaken, Mr. Baxter. We can't have someone like you splashing left, right and centre with your commodity. We don't need to flood the market, eh? You need help, advice and guidance. And we need to market you carefully, tastefully, and in the niche markets where we must penetrate.
But market me?
Clearly, not all of you, dear boy. We can't polish a turd, but certain aspects of you.
On my cock and balls, presumably. Very tasteful.
Good heavens, no. I think that might cause something called consumer resistance. No, we were thinking far more outside of the box. Have a look at these.
They're awful. I'm not doing it.
I'm afraid you have no say in the matter, Mr. Baxter.
Oh, don't I?
No, Mr. Baxter.
You don't.